Hello and welcome back to another flow together. So for today's session, we're going to need two blocks. Set them on the side of your mat just to have them on standby. We're going to start in a seated position, taking your legs out wide, and we're going to begin with dynamic 90-90s. So you're going to start taking the knees and dropping them side to side. Hands can be behind your back as you're performing this dynamic movement just to support yourself and your torso, keeping your chest up really tall as you fall the knees down side to side. Try to take this one a little bit slower just so you can really feel the movement through your hips. Timestamps for the movement will be available in the description box for those of you who need it. All right, coming back into a seated neutral position, you're going to begin to drop the knees internally, right? So you're just going to fold alternating knees down towards the ground as much as you can take them towards the floor. They don't have to touch the ground. We're just working our internal rotation here. All right, we're going to continue to do this a couple more times. Now grab one block and place it underneath your right thigh, finding a 90-degree angle with the front leg and the back leg. Flex into the front foot just to stay a little bit activated in the position. And we're going to begin to lean over that right leg, and then we're going to lift the chest up. Leaning over, find a nice deep stretch and lifting the chest up. Lean and lift, lean and lift, lean and lift. And this time we're going to lean and we're going to stay and hold it in the bottom position. So if it feels good for you, bring the elbows onto the ground and find a deep stretch here. Stay calm in the breath. Breathe into your hips. Beautiful work. You're just going to gently bring yourself back up. Now this time with the back foot, you're going to begin to lift the back heel up. All right. Doesn't matter how high you can lift the heel. Just lift it up, even if it's a couple of inches from the ground, and then lowering back down. We're working internal rotation on the back leg, okay? So lift and lower, just finding your own pace here, feeling into the movement. Lift and hold, and then release. All right. We're going to switch sides. So taking the block, placing it underneath your left thigh this time around. All right, taking the right foot behind you, 90-90 angle on both legs. Breath in to lift the chest up, breath out, exhale, fold over. So lift and lower, 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 doing good, lift and lower down. We're going to hold it in the bottom position and feel into a deep stretch through your left hip. Really breathe into the stretch. All right, beautiful. Gently bring yourself back up. Take a moment. We're going to move on to the next movement. All right, so this time you're going to lift and lower the back leg. All right, so lift the heel and lower back down. Lift and lower. working internal rotation on the right leg. All right, lifting as high as you possibly can and then lower it back down. Go as many reps as you can. Take it slow, so emphasize feeling the movement. Hold for a moment and then release it. All right, we're going to move on. Find yourself in a crab position. Fingers pointing out to the side. Hands are behind your back. Feet hips width apart. Lift the hips up and stretch it towards the ceiling. Drop the head back and lower down. We're going to lift and lower. Lift, roll the shoulders down and back. Open the chest and lower down. Couple more just like that. Finding your own pace and rhythm. Lifting up. Lowering down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good job. Press into the palms to lift and lower. Lift up. And we're going to hold for a moment on the top. Squeeze and engage through your glutes. Press the chest and the hips up. Take a moment and then gently lower the hips all the way back down. All right, beautiful work, everyone. We're going to move on. Okay, so you're going to grab one block here. Take the right foot out to the side into a half kneeling position, but on the side. And you're going to start to push the right hip towards the right ankle. All right, use the blocks to support your position here, placing your hands onto the blocks. And then you're going to continue in this dynamic movement, drawing the right hip towards the right heel. Just moving it side to side this way. So we're going to take maybe about 10 dynamic reps here, and then you're going to hold that bottom stretch position. Try to push the knees towards the toes. Hold and stay here. I was pressing my elbows into the right knee as well, just to give it a little bit more push and stretch. And then release. Very nice. Switching sides. Taking the left foot out to the side. And then begin to press left hip towards left heel. Finding a dynamic motion first. Okay? So go about 10 reps or so. Trying to get the knees past the toes. But keeping the left heel firm onto the floor. Right, so continue to move the hips towards the heels, and then you're going to find a deep position and hold it. Left elbow can push into the left knee just for a little bit more assistance in the stretch. Stay here and breathe a little bit deeper. And then you're going to release that. Good work. All right, now you're going to take the other block, so you're going to need both blocks. Stepping the right foot out, come into a low lunge position. Take a moment here to really press the hip flexors down. Open the chest, shoulders down and back. Stay and breathe. Feel free to adjust the height of the block as you need them to be. Begin to straighten into the right leg into a half split pose. And you're going to stretch it out here. Folding over the right leg as deeply as you can. Play with flexing into the right foot to see if you can feel a little bit more into the sensation of your hamstring stretch. And stay. Rebend into your right knee, gently come out of the stretch, and we're just going to simply switch sides. Stepping the left foot forward, and then finding your low lunge on the left side. I'm really pressing into my palms into the blocks here as I continue to send my hip flexors down towards the floor. Hold and breathe. Begin to straighten into your left leg, come into your half split pose and position, and fold over your left leg. Once again, flexing into your left foot to create a little bit more activation and sensation. Beautiful. Rebending into the left leg. Take it back. Just take a moment to notice. I feel like your hips should already feel pretty juicy at this point. We're going to come into a seated position on the block. So take one block. You're going to sit yourself on the block. We're going to find a figure 4 position in this seated position. So you're folding your right ankle on top of your left knee, finding a figure 4 shape, and then just lean the chest towards your shins and breathe, holding it here, keeping the spine nice and long. Really try and feel into the deep stretch on the right side. Honestly, this one feels so good. Gently come out of it. We're going to switch sides, crossing the left ankle over your right thigh, and then lean over, keeping your spine as long and as neutral as possible. Sorry about that, guys. If you hear a little bit of background noise, there are some noisy cars on my street. Alright, breathing here in your stretch for a little bit more. Every exhale brings you a little bit deeper. Alright, and then gently unfold the legs. We're going to come into wide straddle position, taking it out as far as you can. Grabbing the outer block to support you in front, and you're going to bring your elbows onto the block if that is possible, folding over. And just allow yourself to melt into a wide straddle stretch. Relax and breathe. It was a really sunny day, so in this video today there's like extra sunlight coming through the windows, and it was really nice. Got some kisses from my baby. And then gently bring yourself all the way back up, coming out of it. Take a deep breath in, stretch your arms out, and that is the end of our hip stretch session today. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.